When we talk about kill teams and kill team, the heavy intercessor kill team is a team that you're going to play for fun. This is not a competitive team. If you want a competitive team, I would highly suggest that you watch the video on my channel talking about the intercession squad kill team. When you play heavy intercessors, you're going to have one intercessor sergeant, you're going to have 2 warriors, and 1 heavy gunner. The first thing we need to notice about this kill team is that our models have 18 wounds, which means it takes a lot of damage to take out our models. We also only have 2 activations per model, so that means if we move and dash, we don't get the opportunity to shoot with our models, which is a hindrance. When we talk about the weapons we want to equip for our models, we want to make sure that our heavy intercessor warriors have the executor bolt rifle. It has the AP1 special rule, which makes it easier for us to deal damage to our opponents with really good saves. We also want to make sure that our heavy gunner has the executor heavy bolter equipped, which also has the AP1 rule. And we're going to make sure that our heavy intercessor sergeant has the executor bolt rifle, which miraculously also has that AP1 rule. Notice that the intercessor sergeant has 19 wounds, and because our intercessor sergeant has 19 wounds, when we play this kill team, we need to make sure that we take one of our models and run it up the board and just use it as a decoy so your opponent shoots everything into that one model, preferably behind cover so that it's easier for your model to save against the shots that it's taking. The reason being that we want to make sure that our opponent's models go out into the open so that we can shoot our opponent's models. The heavy intercessor sergeant having 19 wounds is the perfect model for you to run up the board and get shot at on purpose. The other 3 models that we have on our kill team are going to stay back and shoot at our opponent's models that are shooting at our sergeant. After every subsequent turn, we're going to slowly move our models up the board when it makes sense to. Under the equipment tab, we have an equipment that we can equip with our models called Suspensor System. Suspensor System changes the heavy special rule so that we can move and shoot with our models. Remember when I said earlier we want to move up the board slowly with our models? Suspensor System allows us to move up and still shoot with our models. And because we only have 4 operatives on this kill team, we need to make sure that we're taking advantage of as many shots as we can. And speaking of shots, we do have a strategic ploy called Bolter Discipline that allows us to shoot twice during an activation. I'm going to recommend that you only activate Bolter Discipline if you think you can get shots off twice with at least 2 models on your kill team so that you can get the most out of the activation. Otherwise, there's no point in activating Bolter Discipline if you need to still move your models up the board. You only have 4 units, so it's really important to make sure that you still have the ability to move up the board to contest objectives. When we're talking about the objectives that you're going to contest, make sure that you only choose 2 objectives to contest. We don't need our models across the entire board. We just want to make sure that we can contest one side of the board and preferably an objective in the center. If we spread our units thin, it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to win the game. What you're generally going to be spending your CP on this kill team is transhuman physiology so that you can turn your normal saves into critical saves. And then you're going to be spending CP on re-rolls so that any fail saves you have can then turn into actual saves. So also keep in mind, guys, our models are attacking with fists in melee, which is not the most impressive thing. So you want to make sure that you're staying away out of range from being charged as much as possible. If that means that you're moving back, measure out your opponent's models to make sure that you're just far enough away so that your opponents cannot charge your units. Before we finish, I always recommend that you guys watch the kill team video on my channel where I talk about how to move generically in kill team, because watching that video is going to help you a lot with this kill team right here. Okay, guys, always remember, eat healthy, okay, work out every single day. Most importantly, you guys got to remember to believe in yourself, guys. Have a lot of fun with this kill team, all right? Peace out, guys.